Hello, update time. Things have been a little crazy for me over the past couple of months. I haven't done much art to share on my social media, largely because I've been changing up day jobs from working pumping gas to working at my local supermarket, which is harder in some ways but does provide me benefits that I otherwise didn't have before. Although I will say it has been exhausting for me with the hours I've worked because the store is severely understaffed at this time, arguably more than it's ever been, which makes it harder on all of us. And because of this transition, I haven't had much time to go see many movies, which I missed. A lot of them I did want to see. There's been a lot of unsavory news going on in the world of media and entertainment as of late. One example being that Harry Potter is already set to get readapted for television. Something that I honestly did predict some odd years ago that it would eventually happen, but I wasn't anticipating it happen before the main cast of the original were even seniors. But anyways, for some of the movies I did see over the past month, I went to see the Super Mario Brothers movie during my Easter weekend. A perfect choice, I've heard some joke, as it's a movie chock full of Easter eggs. And as someone who's had experience with Mario, someone whose experience with Mario extends only as far as playing Mario Kart on my cousin's console, I went into the movie fully realizing that I wasn't going to be as invested as most others going to see the movie were, but I still went in waiting to see what it would offer me as a casual moviegoer. And I will definitely say that it had me invested, especially at the kart races and the battle between Mario and Donkey Kong. And I was on the edge of my seat praying for Luigi when he was trapped in the cage that was slowly being lowered into the pit of lava. Although after that, admittedly, my investment kind of teetered off just a little bit. Not bad, it just felt, to me anyways, like the middle seemed to be the place where the movie invested most of its energy and then kind of teetered off right around the third act. The third act seemed to be, for me, where it went from really good to just very good. In any case, though, I was very much glad I saw the movie in the theater because the size and scope of it alone was worth the big screen experience. It may not be the most groundbreaking or revolutionary movie, at least aesthetically, but if nothing else, it is further proof that good video game movies are indeed possible, and we can now put that argument to rest. And I know the eventual sequel is going to have plenty of material available to use at their disposal. Now, there have been a lot of other movies released in theaters that I have been hearing great things about, but I didn't get a chance to see for myself. One of those being Meet the Fablemans. But not to worry because I just recently rented it. It's a beautiful movie that feels very much as personal as Spielberg said it is for him, even brought a tear to my eye at the end, and it may even be one of my new favorite films of all time. I saw the finale to Owl House, perfect delivery, a perfect finale, amazing show from beginning to end. I've started to watch the Disney Plus original show Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which I'm already getting a bit of a kick out of. I recently saw a new take on the story of Quasimodo, not to be confused with Disney's live-action remake of Hunchback, which, whether we want it to or not, is set to release next July, just roughly at the same time as Notre Dame is set to reopen to the public for the Summer Olympics being held in Paris. This one is a Hulu original titled Quasi, a comedy spoof movie that feels something akin to the vein, something in similar vein to the works of Mel Brooks or to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Not too surprising with the latter, as this one is a product of the comedy group Broken Lizard, who said that they would not exist without Monty Python. Now, full disclosure, I've never even heard of Broken Lizard before this movie, but I've been hearing mixed reviews about the movie, and after seeing it for myself, I can say that it did get me to laugh quite a bit, even if other jokes were just cringe. But that's comedy for you. Don't expect every joke to land. In any case, it was hardly anything that I would call akin to the worst movie I've ever seen, or even the worst comedy I've ever seen. Granted, the story has nothing to do with Notre Dame or the Hunchback novel, but some stories suggest that the character of Quasimodo was based on a real humpbacked stonemason working on Notre Dame whom Victor Hugo got acquainted with outside of Paris. So I wouldn't exactly put it past the idea of having one iteration of the character of Quasimodo being this far removed from his pop culture persona. In other news, I have some personal art projects in the works, though when I'm ready to announce them still remains to be seen. But another thing I've been working on right now is a one musical scene video, following the one villainous scene video I did a year ago, that I'm aiming to finish by Cinco de Mayo, as it is a Mexican-themed animated musical movie. Full disclosure, it is not Coco. Instead, it's another animated movie that frequently gets brought up in comparison to Coco. And that alone should be a strong clue, if not a dead giveaway, as to which specific movie it is. Well, I'm looking forward to when that gets released. I'm looking forward to being able to interact with all of you after I release it. And I hope you're all doing well at the start of the spring, and take care.